welcome back. I was just doing a pre-shuffle and I see I see here that someone created an ending for you guys. Someone created a heavy ending like out of nowhere. Um it could sound like it's out of nowhere, but things have been creeping up on you. For example, like they've been distant, they've been ignoring you, they've been, doing everything they can to push you away. So you were trying to avoid the ending. So, but it still felt like it came out of nowhere. It still felt like it came out of nowhere. And it was hard for you to accept. But when you finally accepted it, that's when you could have probably been seeing them go through transformations, not even for the good either. They're not great transformations. And you are in your process of healing. But while you're in this process of healing, they are trying to come back. You may even get a message as you're watching this, or you may get a message randomly throughout the night. And they're going to be probably telling you that they're thinking about you, or they're going to try to go back to normal, like as if nothing happened. They're going to slowly try to do this, though, because they know that they've hurt you, and they know that they were being sneaky, and they know that they made it lead up into the point where it became an ending. So it's almost like, okay, they ended it, and they were really cocky about it, and they were really like, yeah, I'm for sure this is it. You could have fought for it, and they were still just like, no, that's it. And they acted like they were so sure because at the time they were angry that you were able to find them out. It's not that you've done anything. It's more so that they were angry that you were able to find them out. And so, people don't really enjoy when they have no control, if they can pull the wool over your eyes anymore. And now that they're trying to come back, you're like, I don't really want it. Like they gave you enough time to realize what a horrible person they were to you, and they gave you time to actually start a healing process, and you don't want to get out of that. Every time, even if you kind of think about it or contemplate it, you start to feel all the nasty feelings that they gave you, and it's just like, it's almost like you hit a point where you're like, I can't do this. Like, I realized that I can't do it either. They were trying to make the ending be a control mechanism. They were making that ending a control mechanism, and they had you really worried and scared about not so much as what's going on with you, but more so because you're very selfless, more so if they found somebody else, because you've already been feeling the vibe that they've been doing doing other things behind your back. You've already gotten the vibe that they chose someone else over you, and that is the real reason why the ending happened. They'll try to say, oh, it's your attitude, or they'll try to say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, and you've tried everything in your power to actually keep things going. So, and they know this. So realistically, they needed an excuse, and it could have been something that you said that was like, oh, okay, this is my opportunity to get out. This is my opportunity to basically break your heart. They were trying to look for an out, and they found a very petty one. And so that's why it felt like it came out of nowhere, because it's like, of all the things we've been through, you want to stop talking over this? You really want to stop talking over this? Okay. Deep down inside that they've probably been searching online for people, or trying to online date, or they just are the type of person that they want to live an online life. And so they think that those things that are on Instagram or X or Facebook are real. Like they'll see like couple challenges and be like, oh, I want to be that. And think that those couples don't go through highs and lows. They'll see like people having talks or podcasts or relationship advice, and they think that that's realistic. They don't really think about the fact that they have a demographic of people that they target and make money off of. And when those cameras turn off, those people aren't those people. When those cameras turn off, those people go back to reality. They go back to what every other human being is doing. They're not elite, and they're not of any type of special source. and they live in a fantasy land where they think that these people online are really living their lives day to day. The men or the women that are giving this advice on these podcasts or on Facebook or on Instagram, the people that are giving that advice, they are making money. It's a demographic. They're making money. So, but they're not thinking of that. They're more so thinking of, oh, this is just reality. It's popular, and I see a lot of views on it, so it must be true. You know what I mean? You can't believe everything that you see, but this kind of person does. They're waiting. They actually waited for you to come back because you're usually the person that tries to fix everything, but you didn't do that this time. This is the one time you were like, you know what? You really hurt me this time. And I agree with your decision. You know, I respect your decision. And you bowed out gracefully, too. I mean, it hurt. It hurt, but you brought out extremely gracefully. And they were cocky enough to think that you would just come crawling back, and you didn't. And this is really bothering them. The wheel has turned in your favor. Since you've let this person alone, you've actually probably gotten a few opportunities as far as like financial, or you start getting your ideas back and you start getting back to yourself, and you remember how it felt to be happy and to be, you know, that special you. When they reach out, if they haven't already, if they have, you've ignored it, or you don't really give them the response they want because they're used to you being this happy-go-lucky person, and you're just like, you know what I mean? And if they haven't reached out, you will be that way. They'll try to act like they're coming in with an offer of like finances, like, oh, I'm gonna do more things for you. They could be offering you to go out on a date. All of a sudden they want to start taking you out, or all of a sudden they want to start giving things that you were asking for the whole time while you were together. So why do you want to give it to me while we're not together now? Why do you want to give it to me now? You want to move forward now, and it's like, no, now that you've done that, I'm taking my break. It's my turn. You know, they're very worried about if you're gonna move on now. It's like everything that you were worried about. Sit here for a moment and think about everything that they made you worry about throughout the time that you guys were together. Now it's completely reversed. They are worrying about the exact same everything that you used to worry about, or that you were just recently worried about before the ending. And they don't like the feeling. They're starting to get it. Like, okay, this doesn't feel good. Yeah, I already knew it didn't feel good when I was doing it, but it's not so fun when the rabbit has the gun. It's not so fun when the rabbit has the gun, is it? That's what I'm hearing. It ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun. They're bothered that you're happy. Oh my goodness, they are extremely bothered. Like, you move forward and you were heartbroken. You were not happy with their decision. You move forward. But now that you're seeking other horizons and you're actually seeing parts of yourself, this actually strengthens you. Every time you go through a pain, you get stronger. This is the type of person you are. Every time you go through a suffering, you don't get bitter, you get stronger. And they don't understand what you're doing. They're like, well, you're supposed to be so broken. Why is it that you're becoming almost new? And they are freaking out about it. They are completely freaking out about it. When they're alone, that's all they think about. They could be trying to secretly look at whatever you're doing online, and through other profiles, or just straight up through theirs. They're secretly doing it, and they can't stop. It's like they're trying to fight it. They're trying their best to fight it, but they cannot stop. It's like they know they've done you wrong. They know they tried to give you a fifth of what they could have really actually given you, and you're not going for it. You've changed your mind about this. You've changed your life about this. Like this, like the world as you know it will never be the same after this particular heartbreak, and it's for the better. It's for the better for you. You didn't even think that you would be able to feel this good again, and you do, and you don't want it anymore. You don't want what they have to offer. You don't want it anymore. It was too hard. It caused too much pain. And it felt like it came out of nowhere because you did everything in your power that you could, and you knew that they were bullshit up until the point, but you didn't know that they were just going to take something small after everything you accepted, after everything you've been through with them. You didn't know that they were going to take something small and try to make it big, and they did that. They did that, and they're regretting it. They are deeply regretting it. What they've done onto you is being done onto them. If they did try to talk to other people or someone else, it's not really working out. And if it is, it just don't feel right to them. Like they thought it would give them a certain fulfillment for their ego and their pride and their confidence, it didn't give them that. It's like it shot a blank. Like, okay, I did what I usually do in the past. You know, I usually can get satisfaction out of doing this same shit, but for some reason this time it's not doing anything. They're more worried about your growth. They don't want you to grow without them. They didn't think that you would try. They didn't think that you would try. They're used to getting away with the same bullshit. If you live together currently, or if you did, they're trying to keep you from growing. They're trying to keep you in the past. They're trying to keep you with them. Or if you know, are staying with someone else, they're trying to get you to come back home. And be in this relationship with them without you thinking that you're in a relationship. Like, they want to start out as friends. Please. Like, somebody wants to be friends with you. And no, everything is changing around them. As soon as you left, everything started changing. It's like they started contemplating life. They didn't really know what to do when you fixed yourself, when you started healing. They didn't really know what to do. They started to really deeply think. They didn't know what to do when you really changed your mind. They thought that they could play games and tell you they changed their mind, come back, tell you they changed their mind, come back. Once you changed your mind, they know that you're a serious person. Once you decided to change, they knew that it was serious, because you never took a pivot on them. You never went back and forth on them. You always stayed there. This is the one time you're like, you know what? No. And they know that you're serious. They're trying to make plans or make things happen, but it's just not working out with trying to come for you. It's like, no matter what they do, they could try to be the nicest person, because you wanted this when you wanted it. You wanted, like, where was this when we were together? Now I don't want it. Stay away from me. Now I'm realizing that, like, you actually gave me a gift by doing this, making this move, this petty move. You gave me a gift. You made me realize that if you wouldn't have completed it and put the nail in the coffin, I would have been stuck in a bad situation. Very dishonest situation. Extremely dishonest situation. So you're gone. I hope they know that you're really gone this time. And they are going to try their very best to give you hell over it. They're going to try to stop you by any means. They're really, if they did go talk to other people, they don't talk to them. They tried it for a little bit and it just didn't fit, and they don't talk to them. They got rid of everybody. But it's like, why do you want to get rid of everybody all of a sudden now that we are not together? When we were together, that's what you should have been doing. When we were together, that's what you should have done. That. Now, like, it's so backwards. It is so backwards. When we were together, you should have spent this money, took me out, or at least put in on what we were doing together. When we were together, you should have treated me right. You know, it makes no sense. And you're a genuine person. They're scared you're gonna find somebody else. You hurry up and you're zooming out of there. You're still healing right now, but you're at a point where you're like, you know what? No, every time I think about you, all I think about or feel is pain. And you don't want to go back to that place. You are rushing out of there. You are like, no, I'm going to stay to myself. It might take me a little time, but I'm going to get my shit together, and I'm going out and I'm starting to look good. You could even start to get dressed again. If you're a woman, you're wearing your makeup and your clothes and your heels and your nails again. If you're a man, you're putting on your best, your cologne. You're looking good, okay? And you're deciding to choose yourself. And it's almost like, in your head, you'll think, well, I'm going to give them everything they gave me. I'm going to do everything to them that they did me. I'm going to ignore them how they ignored me. But you're not even doing it on purpose. You don't even have it in your heart. You're just really naturally, seriously, like deep down inside, like, no. I'm realizing that this is not it. That's just simple and plain. You're going back to yourself. And they are going to come for you. They're not going to stop coming for you. You're going to have a little bit of a time really just moving forward. They're not going to stop coming for you. They could be stalking your house. They could be creeping up on you, showing up where you are in the nighttime. It's something about the nighttime. This person really goes in the night. You could work at night, or they can show up to your job, or contact you a lot where you're trying to work on your projects or your new beginnings. You could be up at night late, and then here they come. They could be telling you, oh, well, our family, and or they could be telling you about different things. Like they could say somebody that you mutually knew, you guys lost, or something happened, or they're telling you all these things that, like, those come up with these. They'll either come up with something that and make it try to sound serious so that you're concerned because they know that you're a genuine person, or they'll act like they were sick, or they'll act like something happened in the family that you need to know about, a loss or something like that. And even if that is true, they're using it to an advantage because they know that you have a true heart. And they want you to be like, and you are the type of person that's like, well, I'm so sorry, or, you know, are you okay? Or you're still that type of person. You don't switch up. But don't let them use that to their advantage. And I don't think you are. I think you've seen those patterns before as well. And they'll, you know, get their way through like acting like they're going through something. You know, oh, I hurt myself or something like that. And they know you're going to be there because you actually still care. So, yeah, this person's going to come for you a lot in the nighttime while you're trying to do your work or things like that, or projects, or work on yourself. Or if you go out, they're completely steamed up. They're going to blow. And they're going to try every trick in the book. I'm telling you now, they're going to try every trick in the book. And even if you don't want to go back, if you want to, you can respond, but you're still going to feel the same way. You'll find yourself feeling the same way, and you'll find yourself actually realizing more and more as they keep trying. Like, no, it'll turn you off almost, because it's like I said, where was this when we were together? This is all I ever asked for. Now you want to try to be that person? I don't trust it. Yeah, you actually have it in your mind to accept the decision they made, and you're feeling better. Actually, it's almost like a blessing in disguise. You're feeling healthier mentally. It's like a blessing in disguise. You didn't even think that event would completely get you back to yourself, or completely change you, or completely give you a different outlook. They're in denial, though. They're not going to accept you accepting whatever they did. They're not going to accept you being free. They're not going to do it. They never planned to. They were trying to play those games. But this time, they lost. And you weren't even trying to make them lose. You were actually always there to try to make them win. Yeah. And this ending is messing with their self-esteem, like I said. They need that ego boost, and it's so sad that they gave you up for an ego boost for a moment. But you have a different purpose, and they're worried. They don't want you to move forward without them. They're gonna make it seem like they're gonna offer you stuff, maybe to put in for you guys' house or the bills or whatever, or I'm still here for you, because they want to feel a sense of self, and they want to feel like, well, if I still put in, then that means they need me. You don't need them. See you guys next time.